good, YouTube and everybody? Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review of Batman Armored Suit from Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice by McFarlane Toys. This is available and you can get it at places like Bigbadtoystore or Entertainment Earth. Guys, this is a really awesome figure, I think. It has a little better implications like the cape and coloring than the last figure that McFarlane put out. So for me, I'm liking it so far, just as it's rotating on the stand. But guys, let's go ahead and roll them off the stand and let's get started. Okay, for the packaging, this is your basic McFarlane DC Multiverse packaging. You can see the action figure and the accessories inside the bubble. And of course, behind it, you'll have the trading card and the action figure base, right? For it to stand. And we do love that McFarlane stand, don't we? Okay, so looking at the packaging, you can see it has the Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of DC on the side panel. The other side panel, you'll have the open window bubble on the side, and on top you'll have McFarlane Toys with the open window on the top as well. And if you see the front side of the bottom of the box, you'll see the DC Multiverse Batman Armored Suit, right? Okay, so flip it over to the back side. You'll notice McFarlane with your traditional card on the back in a blown up fashion. What he does with most of this packaging, we've seen this many times before. This is nothing new to us. And that will do it for the packaging. And of course, behind all the goods, you see the trading card and the action figure base. And of course, I keep both in plastic, especially the McFarlane base stand that never comes out. And the card itself stays in the plastic. That way I can keep it in mint condition. And if I want to read the bio, I just go online and check it out. Okay, let's go ahead and give them a measure. We'll start with the inches. I always just measure them standing up. I don't put them in my hand and squish them together and measure them top from the bottom. I like them in poses because that's where we see them the most. So that's just what I do. I mean, if you really want to get a ruler out, put them in your hand, squeeze them tight, and then measure top to bottom, that's fine. But I think it's more practical when you have them in a pose and then measure them. That's more practical to me. Okay, so let's start with the inches. It looks like you're going to be sitting at roughly, it looks like it's a little over 7.5 inches. Just a little bit, not by much, but a little bit, okay? And then you go on the centimeter side, he'll be just right under 19 centimeters. That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Okay, so let's check out the appearance of the figure. Let's see what we got looking at it up close. Okay, let's put the right lighting here. I'm adjusting. Should have adjusted before, but I'm doing it now. Get the lights. I think I have them where I want them. Yes. Okay, looking at the appearance, I do like it. Could be a little bit darker in some areas. Maybe put some more darker wash in the cracks. That would be good, but that's kind of nitpicking. But the feel of it's great. It's not too heavy, but it has a little bit of weight to it, which is pretty nice. Okay, let's go for the face. Now, if you're looking at it, we know that Batman's eyes glows in the armored suit. We do like how they have the blue touch with the white. It's giving it the appeal that it does glow, right? There's some kind of power to it, which is pretty decent. Not bad. Okay, the helmet itself is shiny, got a little shiny metallic with some battle damage on it. Yep, you do have a metallic color, metallic finish to it, and it has battle damage, right? Let's take a look at the back there. There you go. Pretty basic, right? And you got the nice little strap there. I like that. Okay, let's look at the cape itself. Cape is great. I like how McFarlane, you are listening to us. You're going to the wired capes, no matter the issue. I'm noticing now that most of the capes, no matter what, have wiring in them. That might have them all the way through or just in the sides. It's still good enough that you're trying. That's great. Wiring capes with soft goods is always the best. Better than that plastic PVC. It beats it. So this is great. Glad you heard us on that, McFarlane. Thank you. Okay, so that looks good. You do have fabric. Okay, so that's soft goods, and the wiring's inside on both sides, but not at the frayed bottom. Okay, let's take a look at the back. The back is It's, you know, usually the back is not that impressive, but here it's pretty decent because on his lumbar, he has some metal there protecting his back. Then he has the armor on his back, and you can see the strap as well. And the shoulder pads that he has, since we're back here, are also PVC for flexible movements, right? Okay, you see he has wraps around his biceps, okay, right, on each side, and the gauntlets, which are painted very well. We do like that. Okay, so the back side's great. Let's go to the back of the leg since we're looking back here. You see more of that protection of the armor. You're looking at the gold belt in the back, okay? Right? The hinges, they're okay. Not quite hidden, but they're not bad, especially for the suit itself. Since it's the armored suit, it makes it okay, right? Big bulky legs at the bottom, great. And then you have that finish, that shine, that metallic finish, right? Okay, so the backside, not that bad. Let's look at the front. Looking at the middle of the figure, you can see that strap and also more of that protection and more battle damage on the chest there, right? More inner workings toward the lower abdomen, right? You have some protection there. He does have the diaper protection that protects his middle part. And you can see that he has more of like a, is that a chainmail? Is that like chainmail for the diaper for protection? It's not part of that metal armor, but it's some kind of flexible material for him to keep him nice and snug, right? Okay, front of the legs, the thighs, you see the damage there. Knees, ankles, shins, and feet, which all look good. And then you have the gold here. That stuff blocks. That's for blocking. Mostly he has it in his arms here for blocking, right? Let's take a look at those gauntlets. We did see the wrap in the back. Let's look at those gauntlets. You see the silver here. That's silver with battle damage. And the gauntlets have it here. He usually blocks with swords and sais. That's what he usually blocks knives with. Pretty cool. Okay. And here are his gauntlets on this side. Looking good. The hands. Let's take a look at the hands since we have them here. Okay. All right. There are his hands. Got an open hand there to hold stuff. And then you have the fist. Punch hand. All right. Not bad. So far, the figure looks really good. I'm liking it. Especially with the soft goods cape and the painted eyes. You're getting that hint of it's LED, which is not, but it still gives you that idea that it is. So it's really, really, really cool. Okay, feet do not look that great. We can take a look at them. You can see that the ball in socket there, it's not a ball in socket, it's a peg system, but it has this ball that rotates because it has a pin in it. That's where you get your movements from. It's there, but it's exposed, and I do not like that. You see that too well, especially on that side. You see it too well. It's just something that you don't want to see too well, right? You see it? That's not hidden enough. It should be snug in there, right? It would be good. But for the most part, it looks great. The feet look pretty good, and the backside of the feet look quite all right. And you do have the spiky tread on the bottom. Do love that peg system as well. Okay, so the appearance of the figure looks really good to me. I don't have any issues with most of it, just some things, but so far it looks great. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale them up. We'll just do a few figures, especially the main figures that I like. We'll go ahead and do Doomsday and Superman. Let's go ahead and put Superman in the mix here, right? There he is. And we'll go ahead and throw in Doomsday just to give you that size. This was a great wave, these two. I really did enjoy them. So there you have it. Juggernaut in the background, of course. But you see how they look with the scale. Batman, how he looks with the scale of Doomsday and Superman. They look really good. I think they did really good with this line. I'm pretty impressed with the figures alone, just for the fact of the things that I like, which we'll be going over here soon. But guys, you get the idea of the comparison, and that'll do it. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. Very disappointing. As you can see there, you only have one pair of hands. You got slightly open, and you have an open hand. And that's it. It would be nice to have a few more accessories. Maybe some batarang, maybe some kryptonite balls, maybe some kryptonite smoke bombs, something of that nature, and maybe a batarang or two. That would be cool, but we don't have any of those, and it's kind of disappointing. So let's take a look at the hands. You're gonna have the open hand and also the closed hand, right? So let's take a look at the open hand first. Okay, nothing really to it, very basic. You see the silver painting on the fingers, the armor on top of the hand, and the whole armor on the palms as well, right? All painted silver. You have a little bit of detail, little minor detail, and that's what you get there, right? Nothing to it, very basic. Okay, and for the other hand, you do have it closed. There you go. Can hold this. Be nice if you can hold the Krypton spear. That'd be good, right? Which you could borrow that from other McFarlane accessories, but why not come with the figure with more accessories? But there it is. There's fingers holding it, and there you are, right? Pretty basic, but it will do. Not bad. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the accessories. Okay, so let's check out the points of articulation, that POA. We'll start off with top to bottom, of course, like we usually do, but we'll go with the cape first. How about that? Let's do the cape. Cape is wiring. You see that? Do it any way you like. You're gonna have that nice wiring on the side portions of the cape. Nothing on the bottom, but that's just enough, you know? I mean, it looks really good. You can do a lot of things, a lot of poses, a lot of great shots and pictures. That's good. Nice job on that, okay? Let's take a look at the head. The head is on a ball and socket with the latch, so he'll be able to look around correctly. He'll have some tilts, okay? And rotations can go way around. Just got to get it over the suit, and you can pose it all the way around if you need to. And that's all you need for your head movements there, right? Great job on that. Now the shoulders and arms are pretty decent. I love the movements that they have in them, especially the PVC plastic. It's flexible enough so you can lift your arms up because they're on latch systems and the peg system with the latch system, right? They do rotate, and they're very, very flexible. So that pad gets out the way when you're trying to do something, right? You see it? Got that pad in the way, piece of PVC plastic, you're good to go. So that's very nice on that. You do have your bicep swivel. That is there. Really do like that. I mean, it's really nice about the figure here because it's very easy to move. But I do have to tell you, interchanging of the hands will need to be heated because they're very tough to get off, and you could possibly break it if you don't heat it up first. Just a warning there. Okay, then you have your arms with latches. Don't know if they're double jointed. It doesn't seem like they are because I'm not pushing it in and it's not working. So it doesn't seem like the arms are double jointed. You don't have that. You do have regular joints that move, right? Which is just enough. He's in the big suit. He's not going to be double jointed in a suit like this, right? It's not him. He's in a bulky suit full of metal, right? So that's not bad. Okay, let's go to the sternum. Does have rotations up there, right? Good, nice, flexible. And then by his utility belt, he has a little bit of movement there as well. We do like that. Good stuff for the big guy. Okay, on the legs, you're going to be on click flies. You can see that. Clicks there. Flies. Nicely done. We got a little bit of rotations in there. A little bit of play there. No rotations on the thighs. Let's check out these knees. Let's see if they're double jointed. And they are. You do have double jointed knees, which is good. Okay, basically for the big guy. Okay, let's look at this. And there's no swivels here in the ankles. No swivels up top of the calf. You do have it on the feet, which is very terrible. That is, I mean, look at that. That's terrible. Okay, and then but it does swivel and it does have latches, and you do have the pivot in the toe with the spikes, right? Boom. Okay, so that's the same on both sides. The articulation is not that bad. A lot of stuff makes up for the stuff that's bad on it. I mean, the fact that you have the cape the way it is with the cloth, the fabric, and then you have the wiring inside of it, you can't beat that. The paint on the eyes are great. The paint on the entire suit is great. You just have just a few minor things that I can nitpick at, but for overall, it's really good. I do like it. That'll do it for the articulation. Okay, for the pros and cons. Let's do the cons. The cons is by the feet, you have these weird ball and socket areas, peg system, whatnot, where they rotate. That is very terrible. It looks like a stick going into a foot. It's not hidden. You can't hide it. Do not like that. It doesn't come with enough accessories. I know when you do this figure, McFarlane, you always give a pair of hands in the stand and that's it. But it'd been nice for him to have some Krypton pieces, maybe a couple of cubes, maybe a couple of grenades, something like that. Maybe the spear itself, but he doesn't even have batarangs. Something of that nature, none of that. So those are my cons. But the pros are, when you look at this figure, it does look good. I mean, the coloring's great. Utility belt with the gold on his, I don't know what you call that stuff on his gauntlets. Anybody know in the comments what he calls those spiky things that are on his gauntlets? I forgot what they're called. Let me know in the comments. But look at his eyes, how they have it seaming with the paint, how his eyes are glowing. They did well on that, and you can't beat a cape with wiring, with fabric. That is cool. We do love it. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure a 4 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are. And you guessed it, you could get it at Bigbadtoystore.com. Just check out Bigbadtoystore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.